You know, it's getting to be cold and flu season. And I'd like to review with you some of the items that you should have in your prep, just in case you or some of your family members come down with a bad cold or flu. Because you know, if you're sick, you don't want to have to run to the store then and get what you need. Well, one of the preps I'm going to discuss is one I hardly ever see discussed. Is it kind of taboo? Not sure, but I think it is a necessary prep, and it will be towards the end of this video. Hey resilient citizens, this is Prepper Potpourri with another prepping video. I hope you're already a subscriber, but if you're not, hit that subscribe button and the bell icon so you get notified of a future video. And if you find this video helpful, do a thumbs up like. Thank you. Now first off, encourage your immune system to be strong so maybe you don't come down with a flu or cold this year. According to Harvard Health, don't smoke, well yeah, eat a diet high in fruits and vegetables, exercise regularly, maintain a healthy weight. If you drink alcohol, drink only in moderation, get adequate sleep, wash your hands frequently, try to minimize stress, and keep current with all recommended vaccines. So in other words, maintain a healthy lifestyle and wash those hands for the required time as often as you can. Now, many people believe elderberries, by ingesting them, can help your immune system or shorten the duration of getting the cold or flu. Now, I have an older video on how to make a flavorful elderberry elixir, and you can make it in less than 5 minutes, and it only uses 3 ingredients. And if you need some dried elderberries for the recipe, I have a link down below. You know, not too long ago, we just had to determine, did we have allergies, cold, or flu, right? Well, according to the CDC, the difference with flu is it's abrupt. You know, people have said it's like getting hit by a Mack truck all of a sudden. Whereas a cold is more gradual, but they do share a lot of the same symptoms. But now the question is it COVID cold or flu? And that becomes a little bit harder because COVID has a lot of cold and flu symptoms. One of the things is that COVID is more coughing than sneezing. And they say that is true for the flu too. So if you're sneezing a lot, maybe you have a cold. Now, I'm just getting over a nasty head cold. Due to our workplace regulations, I had to test 5 times to prove it was just a cold, not COVID. I was pretty sure because I was sneezing like crazy. And I didn't have a fever, I didn't have body aches or anything, or a headache, anything like that. But boy, did I have congestion and a runny nose. And I almost ran out of this essential prep. Kleenex, as we say, but we shouldn't say a brand name because this is actually Puffs anyway. But tissues. Boy, when you have a bad cold, you can go through a lot of these. And you know, I had a whole closet full of toilet paper, but I only had 2 boxes of these. So, now I'm going to go through some of the basic supplies you should consider having at home, just in case. One thing you want, a good non-contact thermometer. Priceless. So much nicer than having the stick in the mouth kind or sticking someplace else. I have a link down below if you are interested. The reason I like that thermometer is because the screen goes red when it has a fever, so you can easily see it even at night. And of course, tissues. And you also want pain relievers. Good idea to have all 3. You know, ibuprofen like Advil or Motrin, acetaminophen, not very good, Tylenol or Aleve. Have them in your medicine cabinet. Check to see if they expired, and then you're ready. And cough medicine. You know, that gets a little bit more confusing. There are 2 different types. There's the cough expectorant, which has guaifenesin in it, and it's for a wet cough, to thin the mucus in the bronchial passages and clear secretions from the lungs. But then there's also a cough suppressant, and it uses dextromethorphan, or DM for short. And it's for dry coughs, to block the cough reflex. And this medication is for a severe cough that's keeping you up at night. Otherwise, you probably really shouldn't take that medication, as removal of the phlegm from lungs should be encouraged when you have a cold. A lot of the products now, though, have both. They have the DM and the guaifenesin. So, is it a good idea to take both? I'm not sure. And of course, if you're having cough problems, you know what? Or sore throat, cough drops come in handy. And there's a variety of different ones, but have some cough drops just in case. And you want to have fluids. People need to drink a lot when you have the flu or cold. So make sure you have on hand, be it sports drinks, tea, Pedialyte, ginger ale, whatever, but have enough of it to encourage your family members to drink when they are sick. So what's that prep that most people don't talk about? Yeah. Well, you know, if you get into a really bad coughing fit, you can, women especially who have had children, but men can too, have bladder leakage. That's right, you can pee a bit in your underwear. So, I think it's a great idea to have something like this. This is a smaller pad, okay? But if you're really, really having problems, you might want a large pad, because sometimes if you have bad coughing fits, there's just no way you can get to the bathroom in time before you have an embarrassing accident. So this is what I don't hear people discuss, but I think this should be in your first aid preps. It's necessary for many. I had 3 children. I have to admit, if I sneeze wrong, I want to hurry up and cross my legs, right? And I'm not the only one that has that problem. But I once got bronchitis really bad and was coughing. Yeah, I use these, especially at night. Just something to consider. And I'm sorry if I grossed you out a bit, but I want you to be realistic in your preps. One more thing. When my son was sick, my youngest son was sick with COVID this summer, all 4 of the people living in his home got COVID at the same time, but with different symptoms. I got this call. Mom, can you make us all some homemade chicken soup? That's all I can think about. So, of course, I did it. Went out and got full chicken, made a huge pot of chicken soup, and delivered it. And that was all they basically ate for a couple days. And they were very happy. So, make sure that you have some chicken soup. Maybe it's canned, home canned on your pantry shelves, or frozen in your freezer, or even store-bought is better than nothing. They say the medicinal effects of chicken soup on flus and colds have been discussed and debated since the Middle Ages, but a study published in 2000 in the journal Chest found that chicken soup reduced the migration of a kind of white blood cell called a neutrophil, and it's thought responsible for reducing some of the symptoms of flu, at least in the laboratory. So, maybe it's not an old wives' tale. Maybe chicken soup really can help you feel better. But if not, it's a comfort food, and that alone can help you feel better. That's it. Stay healthy, but just in case, have these supplies on hand. This is Prepper Potpourri saying, please subscribe, share the knowledge.